What's up, everybody? This is Jason back with Campbell's Music Rig Review, and I think we're on episode 46 now. We had two on-site episodes we did with 49 Winchester and Amethyst over there at the Martin Center. We're back in-house today and got another great lead guitar player on our hands, and pretty simple rig that we're going to just go probably breeze through tonight and talk a little bit about it and how you use it and all that good stuff. But Anthony Carty here joining us, and of the band's American Dropouts and Seth McKay and the Moonshine Rivals. Yep. Okay, Moonshine Rivals.
Yep.
Sorry, Seth. And but yeah, as you can see, he plays lead guitar and he kind of wears it up high like Tom Morello.
Yeah.
I seen they just got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rage.
I saw that.
He was the only one to show up for it. But anyway, yeah, I always just start with the guitar and what you got. Appreciate you joining us and doing this thing.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and so you can explain the guitar because I've not seen this guitar before.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So this is the Inspiria DLP6. They're a company out of Norway. I'm one of their artists, and I met the CEO, Dimitri, a couple years ago at NAMM over in Anaheim, and we got to talking. We actually had the same Rod the Lightning shirt on.
Okay.
That's how we got to talking. And we shot some messages back and forth, and he sent me this. It's pretty solid. I love the body shape because it's I'm a smaller dude, so I like them. A smaller body shape. It's really comfortable. One thing I really like about it is the distance between the body and the strings. I'm always, when I'm testing the guitar, I put my finger right here just to see, because when I'm doing a lead something, I don't want it to be, you see some tune-o-matics where
oh yeah, for sure,
the strings are pretty far off the body, so I really like that it's really low. I've got Lundgren pickups in it, the M6 set. I actually got an endorsement deal with them at the end of the year, so about a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty excited about that. Your typical hip shop bridge. It's got 2 volumes and a tone. Got an unfinished neck, and then 3x3 headstock. Pretty simple instrument, hard to tell. I like that just because I change tunings a lot.
Yeah, well, and yeah, if you're changing tunings, that's a must, because drop tuning on a Floyd or something is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like how you have the independent volumes, like you said. That's kind of cool because you can blend different ways, I guess. And
yeah, it's great until I'm on stage and I forget what pickup I'm on, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a swell, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
So, but yeah, no, it's solid instrument, and I'm really happy with it. Like I said, really comfortable. Sounds good. So
is it kind of a beefy neck profile?
It is actually. It is. So a lot of people will assume it's a really thin neck just because of the way I play and the stuff I do. It's actually not. It's really, I think it's comparable in between a 50s and a 60s Gibson.
Gotcha.
It's kind of where I feel like it sits. And I like that. I have fairly small hands, and I love Ibanez guitars and stuff, but sometimes the Wizards are just a bit
thin.
Yeah, a bit thin for me.
And I like how it's unfinished as well. It just makes it play faster.
Definitely, yeah.
And big old jumbo frets in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 24. Got them.
That's a cool looking guitar. I mean, that one I've not seen before, but
thank you, man.
I definitely can appreciate all the curves and the contours, and it does look comfortable to play.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely. I compare it to a Majesty, kind of just the way that those are, contoured and everything. It's kind of, I really like those, and this caught my eye, and it's
yeah, for sure,
definitely comparable.
And so I know you're coming out in this Peterson Strobo tuner. That's the same tuner I run, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It's my favorite tuner by far. I've tried, so many other brands, and especially I do a lot of 7-string stuff sometimes. And when I'm tuning, like say drop G sharp or something, some of them, there's just so much fluctuation there that you can't really get it with this one. It's really solid.
Yeah, and I like how even when it's bypassed, it's still showing the note on there. So
right, yeah,
yeah, it's just kind of, if you forget where you're at, sometimes maybe to look down and see where you're at. But,
yeah,
no, that's cool, and that's like the anniversary gold edition.
Yeah, I really like. It's got the kind of like
sweetened tunings and all that stuff on it.
Yeah, all the sweetened tunings, all of the retro feel to it too. I'm a big fan of the game Fallout, and it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
for sure.
And so yeah, out of that, and this, like, I'm gonna say simple, but it's probably the most complicated rig. It's simple looking, but complicated to operate for me because I'm old. But it's a fractal. floor modeler here, and it's the FM3 amp modeler processor, and man, you'll just have to explain how this thing works. And
yeah, no problem. It's really similar to other amp modelers, like the Helix, the Kemper, the Headrush, stuff like that, in that it's, all in one unit. It's a little smaller. I like that because, if y'all noticed, when I came in, I just had a book bag and my guitar, and I can show up to gigs like that. And I love it, compared to like, I used to have a 2x12 combo and stuff like that. And
yeah, lugging that stuff around gets tiring after a while.
Yeah, ain't gonna try to do that too much more. You can just set this down in front of house, you're good to go. But you can really get any sound out of them. There's, I think, over 100 different amp models. All the effects are already in there. And that's why, I decided to go modeling too, because where I am in, 80s metal band, and then, a country rock band, and then I do, metal stuff. Like, it can do it all
without having to change a pedal board out or anything like that. Yeah.
Right, yeah, for sure. So like, for example, I'll have, say for the Seth stuff, this is my Moonshine Rivals preset. I've got, my clean sound, and then go into my crunch sound, which, sometimes I'll, do a single coil or something. And then my lead sound, of course, it's... And, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I guess when you set up for like another band, you kind of keep similar presets, for...
Right, yeah. So, it's the same, literally. I just, to switch over to say, play, a Moonshine Rival show, want to play a Dropout show, next day, just turn the knob. Got everything right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me it's simple, and I really like the fractal. I can plug it into my computer and do the FM edit and all that stuff.
Okay.
Without having to program it, because to be honest, that would confuse me.
Yeah, like programming on the piece. Yeah, and that's what I like about the Helix too. You can kind of drag and drop stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I really like that, because to be completely honest, probably don't know exactly if it were to go out on me in a show. I don't know how confident I am in programming it, but I can set it up on my computer before.
Yeah.
So we're good to go.
Yeah. And for tonight, we're just running direct out of that thing and into the camera there. So what you're hearing is straight out of that box. And the amp modeling's come a long ways. And we mentioned this a couple weeks ago. We seen the top 10 amps of 2023. There was not a tube amp in the top 10. It was all modelers. It was, the Boss Katana was up there, of course.
Wow.
Fender, the little Yamaha THRs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little Spark amps.
Those Sparks are killer, yeah.
And so that's just goes to show you how far modeling's come. Because back in the old Line 6 pod days, and everybody had one of those kidney bean things. And I mean, Lincoln Brewster made it sound pretty good. But today, playing live shows, I don't know if people out watching these shows can hear a difference. I mean, we might be able to. We're not feeling the air pushing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I went and watched Metallica a couple years ago, and they're all modelers now. I think they play fractals maybe.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to go to a Metallica show and not see any amps on stage.
Yeah.
But that's where it's at, and like I said, there's a lot of them out there now, and they kind of all do the same thing. But
yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Like I said, the simplicity, of course, and then 99% of people won't be able to tell, and like the 1% is probably paying attention to something else anyways.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I was going between modelers and looking at who plays what, and I was noticing like all these great players like Petrucci, Guthrie Govan, Jason Richardson all use fractal, and I'm like, okay, there might be something to that.
Yeah, and I guess fractal was one of them, and Kemper was like one of the main one. I get the high end ones that come out before other people started doing it, for sure.
Yeah. I really liked the amp sounds out of the Kemper, and then I really liked the effects out of the Helix and stuff. And I feel like the fractal's a good combination of both. Like solid amp sound, solid effects.
So there's just like endless effects in there, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know if there's quite as many as say the Helix or something.
Right.
I don't really need.
I feel like a lot of those are unusable anyhow.
Yeah, and I keep my my chain pretty simple. Like my clean sound is just amp cabinet and a little bit of reverb with I think a compressor on the front.
Yeah.
And then my crunch is just amp and cab, and then my lead's got a little bit of reverb delay on it.
Yeah, keep it simple. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Because when you get these things, you dive into them, you can spend hours upon hours and just kind of lose everything you was thinking of at the beginning.
Yeah, and I've done that. I did that for a while, honestly, when I first, got my first little HX Stomp. I did that, and I realized it was taken away from me just playing and
Playing
getting
and
better.
practicing, yeah.
Yeah, so, it was, I just like to go simple. If I get a good sound, I'm like,
That's good, yeah.
And then I'll tweak it as shows go on or something, change it, something like that.
Yeah. Anthony's not the first other store member we've had here at Campbell's. I think we had Jacob on here too. But that's like I said, we're all a big community. We all try to help each other and push. We're here to push local music and show off because this scene around here is great, and
It is.
we got great venues around to play. And you got anything that you know of coming up with like Seth or Dropouts or?
Yeah. The Dropouts, we have a show the 19th of this month. Me, Seth, and Ben are doing an acoustic show with Delta Blues on the 12th. And then me and Ben are heading to NAMM last week of January. Then I think we've already got shows in February and March with the Moonshine Rivals.
Okay. Yeah, I think I talked to Jonah there. Seems like Seth is really going to ramp up and book a lot. So
yeah, I think we've already got some August shows and booked. So I'm pretty excited. To be out.
There's nothing better than getting out there and playing live, letting this stuff breathe.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's that's the best part. There's no feeling like it, and I think that's why we do what we do.
But yeah, because it sure ain't for the money.
No, it ain't for the money. That's for sure.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Man, if you just want to go through some sounds and play a little bit on your guitar and
yeah, for sure.
Do what you want to, noodle around or some songs from Seth or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see what it all kind of sounds like.
Oh yeah. We were talking about different volume knobs on my neck pickup, and I'm like, whoop,
Yeah. Well, you can see the metal background for sure with all that sweep picking and stuff, but that's cool. I can't do it.
That's one thing. Actually, Seth mentioned to me. He was like, because he knew, I had a metal, like I'm a metal player at heart, and he was like, that's kind of what I want. I want, someone to come in, we can get a different feel with it.
Yeah.
So, it's a little different than, I think one night we were playing Texas Flood, and I'm just like,
yeah.
It doesn't always fit, but it's
it adds a new flavor. I mean, I think Ben's a traditional rocker, and then you coming in with your flavor, and it just, it's cool.
It works, man. We have a great time up on stage, and so far people seem to like it.
Yeah, Seth's a great singer. I don't know if y'all have heard him sing before. He's got a killer voice.
For sure.
We're gonna have Ben in here. What, next week or week after?
I think
Jonah's next week, Ben.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Ben here in a couple of weeks. We'll make fun of him for switching from bass to guitar.
And from breaking off his modelers.
And how he breaks every modeler he has.
Yeah.
But y'all need to go check out, Seth McKay, the Moonshine Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
I got that right this
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
And American Dropouts. They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
And just look them up on the Facebook and follow them and go watch them play and watch this guy shred. And what else can we say?
Spay and neuter your pets.
Yeah. Man, thanks for hanging out with us and doing this. I mean, it's a little short rundown, but
Yeah, like I said, ain't got too much here.
no, it's
but,
fine. And like I said, you know, we appreciate you coming here and doing it. You know, we're trying to push this local music scene and getting the word out. All these great players around and everything. So
Sure, yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's it's awesome opportunity. Thank you guys for having me.
yeah, man. And y'all go check them out. Come shop Campbell's and get all the gear. We don't have Fractal, but his store might.
We don't actually.
Oh, you don't? Never. All right. But anyway, come see us. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right.